Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm Thomas Finn Jameson. On my channel you'll find pure cinema, reviews, comedy and more. Today I'm doing compilation commentary for my compilation TFJ's 8, available on Spotify. D'accord, let's begin. Track 1, The Cardigans, Love Fool. So it's from Romeo and Juliet, the DiCaprio version. There's a Shakespeare connection there, of course. I've been watching more Shakespeare film adaptations recently, and this was a good one. Track 2, Tchaikovsky Nutcracker Suite. So this was on a Casio keyboard, a stock tune of the keyboard list of songs of a childhood keyboard that I had and shared with my brothers. So I'd play it sometimes, and my middle brother Samuel would chase me around the house because I was quite keen on playing that particular track. Track 3, Moby, Saints. Moby has a fantastic catalogue at this point. This is a fine song of his. So I like his early stuff and his more recent stuff too. Track 4, Jazzanova, Rain Makes the River. It's a cool song with solid vocals. Jazzanova are an interesting group. I discovered this song on Spotify. Track 5, Kate Bush, Lyra. So this track is from The Golden Compass, which Mum, Dad and I watched overnight at a new lodging of theirs. So it's a cool movie. Ozymandias is a mischievous monkey in the film. The monkey gets spanked by Nicole Kidman. This does happen in the movie. By Nicole Kidman in If You Know, You Know. My dog Rosie has somewhat of a likeness to the monkey in her mischievous nature. Track 6, Susie and the Banshees, Face to Face. This track is triumphant. It's from the Batman Returns soundtrack. Seen a few Michael Keaton films recently, and I'd like to see more. Track 7, Justin Timberlake, Can't Stop the Feeling. Up-tempo, good vibes on this one. For this I'd say, that's a banger. And I'm a fan of Timberlake's, of course. Track 8, The Last Shadow Puppets, The Age of the Understatement. So this coincides with the Alex Turner covers I've been doing recently. I.e. also another Turner related video I did was the Turner and Bean video, available on my channel. I like the lyric in this one. And there's affection to rent, the age of the understatement, and of course, try your pulse. Track 9, The Beatles, Martha, My Dear. This is the first Beatles track in the TFJ series of playlists. It's my favourite Beatles tune. Recently I did The Beatles versus the Rolling Stones playlist, available on Spotify. Beatles, biggest band ever, and this song is amazing. Track 10, WWE themes, Head of the Table, Roman Reigns' theme song. One of the standout themes from WWE in recent times. Reigns is dominating right now in wrestling in WWE, and he's pretty much the biggest thing in wrestling right now. The bloodline connection via his faction is also doing quite well. Track 11, James Newton Howard, Tina Takes Newt In, from the Fantastic Beasts soundtrack. Watched those films recently. I like the Niffler character in those films, the little creature, one of the beasts. Track 12, Czech National Symphony Orchestra, The Can-Can. It's from the Woody Allen film Midnight in Paris. And this track should get you bogling. Track 13, Jean-Claude Vanier, La Horse. Another Spotify discovery of mine, via listening to certain soundtracks from like the 60s and that sort of era. And it's a cool tune. Track 14, Justin Bieber, Available. I reviewed this album on my channel. Bieber's got the goods, I think. And this is my favourite track on the album of his, Changes. Track 15, Paolo Nutini, Iron Sky. I chose this album in the Candlelit Card Playing with Music series. This is the best track on that album. So I had a laugh with Madre in that session. Absolutely. Paolo, I think, is working on a tour in the next year or so, 2022-ish, summer, around about that time. Track 16, John Williams' Duel of the Fates, from Star Wars Phantom Menace, synonymous with Darth Maul, the character. Star Wars is my favourite movie franchise. I'm also very keen on the music of John Williams. 17, Hans Zimmer Discombobulate, from Sherlock Holmes, the Downey Jr. Jude Law version. There's a connection there to the Simon Whistler video he did on Sherlock Holmes. I recommend that one. Simon Whistler's videos in general are intriguing. I would say I've been to the Sherlock Holmes Museum in London. I kept the guide from when I was there. Track 18, Carter Burwell, Thugs Passing in the Night, from the In Bruges soundtrack. With that soundtrack, Carter did a quality job. Track 19, The Last Shadow Puppets, The Meeting Place. A Turner tune, the second Turner tune on this playlist, also via his group, Last Shadow Puppets. He's a talented chap, I would say. The Meeting Place is my favourite Last Shadow Puppets tune. Now we get to the closing track, Semisonic reference. Track 20, Tom Tykwer, The International, end title. This track is genius, 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 Mr. Deeds reference. So, this track, of course, is from the film The International, starring Clive Owen. It's an action thriller to do with banks, organised crime, things of that nature. A couple of quotes from the film. First cool quote I want to share here. Clive Owen as Louis Salinger. Sometimes the hardest thing in life is to know which bridge to cross and which to burn. I'm the one you burn. Another quote from the movie, from Armin Muller-Stahl. Sometimes a man can meet his destiny on the road he took to avoid it. So, Tom Tykwer directed the film The International. He also co-composed the film's entire soundtrack. I recommend the film and the score. That concludes this compilation commentary for TFJ's 8. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Feel free to like, share, comment and subscribe. You can follow me via links in the description below. I hope you enjoyed that audio and visual stimulation. With that, I say tie, meaning take it easy.